Ariel Roth confirmed as Assistant Secretary of Commerce for Communications and Information. NTIA has approved all 56 revised BEAD initial proposals. A new CEO at Yellowstone Fiber. Tilson files a lawsuit against Gigapower, and Kuiper ramps up its launch schedule in the LEO battle with Starlink. Those stories and more on This Week in the Broadband Universe. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Craig Corbin. Ariel Roth is the new director of the National Telecommunications and Information Administration, following confirmation by the U.S. Senate on a vote of 52 to 42. Rolling out the $43.2 billion BEAD program sits atop her waiting agenda. Roth received a green light by the Senate Committee on Commerce, Science, and Transportation following a hearing back in March. Roth previously served in a number of roles at the FCC and as a legal fellow with the Hudson Institute's Center for the Economics of the Internet, with a focus on federal telecommunications law and policy. Approval of revised initial BEAD proposals from all 56 states and territories has been granted by the NTIA. Following updated guidance, all eligible states and territories were required to request a correction to their BEAD initial proposals in order to conform with the new rules. September 4th, the deadline for submitting final proposals reflecting results of at least one benefit of the bargain round. A new CEO at Yellowstone Fiber, Sid Boswell, has been appointed to lead the Bozeman, Montana-based company, succeeding Greg Metzger, who retired in 2024. During the past year, Yellowstone Fiber has more than doubled its subscriber take rate, with roughly 90% opting for 1 gig service. 10 gig packages are available for residential subscribers and 100 gig for businesses. Yellowstone Fiber uses an open access infrastructure model, with Utopia Fiber managing operations and customer service. The Yellowstone Fiber network expects to eventually service approximately 22,000 homes, businesses, and public buildings in Bozeman. Portions of Stargate 1 in Abilene, Texas are already up and running, and now OpenAI says the project will be expanded with another 4.5 gigawatts of data center capacity. Stargate, part of the $500 billion 10-gigawatt U.S. AI project, with contributions from Oracle, SoftBank, Microsoft, and government agencies. Oracle began delivering the first NVIDIA Gigabyte 200 racks last month, with more than 100,000 jobs to be created throughout the project. Ookla speed test results for the first half of 2025 are in, and T-Mobile takes top honors with a median download speed of better than 245 megabits per second across all technologies, 300 Mbps download speeds for 5G. AT&T was just ahead of Frontier for the fastest fiber network, with a median download speed of 363.54 megabits per second, median upload speed 296.52 megabits per second. Cox Communications ranked third. Elsewhere, Tilson Technology Management has filed a breach of contract lawsuit against AT&T's Gigapower in an effort to recover more than $200 million. Tilson asking to be compensated for termination charges, underpayments, and missed payments. Tilson claims that Gigapower withheld payments in an attempt to force acceptance of new contract terms, including a reduced scope of work. Streamlining the submarine cable licensing process and securing cables from foreign adversaries will be voted on during the August 7th meeting of the Federal Communications Commission. If approved, the measure would limit capacity leasing agreements to certain foreign adversary-controlled license applicants and provide additional measures to protect submarine cable security. Subsea cables carry 99% of all Internet traffic. Also from the FCC, approvals clearing the way for the $8 billion merger of Paramount Global and Skydance Media. On a 2-to-1 vote, the Commission this week green-lighted the transfer of licenses for 28 CBS-owned local TV stations and Skydance-led ownership group that is acquiring Paramount. That approval was the final regulatory hurdle for the merger. Financial analysts now say Amazon's Project Kuiper is on a strong trajectory to challenge satellite broadband race leader Starlink. Kuiper expects to have upwards of 300 satellites in low Earth orbit by the end of 2025. Kuiper uses an innovative half-duplex terminal design, delivering higher throughput in a smaller, lighter footprint than Starlink. Starlink next year will deploy its next-gen V3 satellites with an expected 10x bandwidth gain. Starlink currently has 2 million U.S. subscribers, 6 million worldwide. And finally, broadband equipment spending projected to surpass $20 billion annually by 2028. That, according to Del Oro Group, that will be an annual growth rate of 1.6%. Main driver, ongoing DOCSIS 4.0 and fiber expansion by cable and fiber ISPs. Thanks for watching. See you next time on This Week in the Broadband Universe.